Hello everyone, Tokyo here, and we're back with some additional range tests for hand cannons that weren't covered in our first video. Thank you to all the folks who commented and requested that we do some additional tests. If you haven't seen the first video and you're curious about damage fall-off values for the main 140s we see in Crucible, like Thorn, Dire Promise, Old Fashioned, Ace of Spades, and Sunshot, link listed below. Today we dive into some of the other hand cannons that are popular in Crucible now. First up, we have Ancient Gospel from the Garden of Salvation raid. Now, when I did an initial review of this weapon, I really thought that this would be a stronger player in Beyond Light. Unfortunately, damage fall off of this gun starts at 30 meters on the low end for 140s. This is still a great gun with some solid perk options, so don't sleep on it, but if you like to engage from afar, this isn't your best bet. Next up, we have another raid hand cannon, the Nation of Beasts from the Last Wish raid. My role I'm testing is the curated role with a range masterwork. Damage fall off on this was much better, starting at 32 meters, being in that middle of the road competitive for 140s. So some folks were curious about how Last Word would stack up, and as this weapon is pretty unique being a 225 RPM rate of fire hand cannon and has better values for damage hip firing compared to ADS, our test here showed that damage fall off occurred at 19 meters, both hip firing and ADS. I do want to note that damage values for hip firing max out at 69 and at 53 for ADS, and getting closer to the target does not increase ADS damage at all, but if you're a controller user, this is still a great option. Alright, so up next we have Lumina, a sort of forgotten exotic weapon nowadays. I will say that this weapon is a lot more enjoyable to use as a 140 due to the pacing of shots, and damage fall off now occurs at 30 meters, once again on the low end. This would put it in line with Thorn as the yin and yang of hand cannons, so it makes sense if not for the fact that Thorn adds poison damage. I would love to see Lumina get a buff to get range values at 32 meters, to put them more on par with each other. So today I included our brand new raid hand cannon, the Posterity, as we're seeing a fair amount of people using them in Crucible right now. I see Killing Wind being a very popular option for those running with it. And as a 180 hand cannon, I was pretty impressed. Damage fall off occurs at 31 meters, giving this a much broader spectrum to secure a kill than I expected. Crimson, like Last Word, is also an interesting outlier, as it's more of a pulse rifle than a hand cannon. But with testing we showed it has had damage fall off occur at 33 meters, with the catalyst equipped of course, which is very impressive. The downside obviously is that you need to land all 3 bullets in that burst to get the most out of it. Crimson on paper is one of the best, if not the best, hand cannon, but due to the fact that it has a burst fire, it's much less consistent than the other hand cannons. I think this weapon needs to have that burst shot spacing looked at to make it more viable, but when it comes to range, this is one of the best. Alright, so our last 2 hand cannons are True Prophecy and Sturm, both 120s. Now, Bungie tuned 120 separately, and you can really tell. True Prophecy has damage fall off occur at 39 meters, and Sturm, with the catalyst, has all the way to 44 meters. Absolutely crazy. Sturm is truly the outlier, and if you haven't had a chance to use it in Crucible yet, you really should. I hope you found this video helpful. Please hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 2 content in the future. And if you have any specific questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Can't, bro. He's stuck with it. You fucking kidding me?